last thing for you. There was a report this week from Yahoo Sports that LaMelo Ball is looking for a deal. Also, the Hornets might be willing to deal him. Charlotte, once again, is very bad. LaMelo Ball, once again, is unavailable. He's played 9 games this year. He's only had 1 season in his, 6+ years that he's played more than 51 games. 1 season. Only 2 seasons where he's played at least 50 games. So availability has been an issue for LaMelo Ball. This Charles Lee offense where may not be the best fit, doesn't look like the best fit right now for LaMelo Ball. So let's start here. What is your take on LaMelo? Do you look at LaMelo as being a franchise guard? Do you look at him as being kind of a cut below? Like what do you think the perception is of LaMelo Ball?
I think a franchise guard, after being around a few like Damian Lillard and, Isaiah Thomas, I think a franchise guard is much more than talent and what you do on the court. I think obviously it's a tone you set off the court and a leadership you accept. Even when you look at Fred VanVleet, he's not anywhere as talented as LaMelo Ball, but his personality, his energy says he's a franchise guard. When you look at Kyle Lowry in Toronto, nobody overly loved this game, but how he pulled up what he did was a franchise guard. And I think one thing that occurs when LaMelo goes out there solo dolo just to play basketball, like his whole life is going to work for him because, unfortunately, it's not like he's a selfish person, but he's always played with empty stats or always played where it's just like, yo, I'm here to entertain you. And I think now when it's coming down to the nitty gritty, it's either you're going to have to bring around a strong alpha around them so they can accept the tone or personality, or else you're going to get the younger brother vibe that has yet to mature or has yet to be an environment to mature either, because it's also to play devil's advocate. He was stuck 2 or 3 years in the Hornets where it was just pure hell and chaos. And it wasn't a great spot for a kid like LaMelo to develop or mature. And whether you think so or not, monkey see, monkey do. It's almost like the adults don't care, I don't care. And right now the Hornets they've lost that the early teens Phoenix identity where it's just dead end and blaming all the young kids for what's going on, to the point of just being like, hey, we're on track. But there's nothing against LaMelo, but does his identity fit into what we're trying to do? It's not even like he's an enigma, but it's just like he's wavy. He's a superstar. He's a rock star. He's only known how to play one way his whole life, which is at a completely different level. And I think I think he would benefit going to a different team, or people just accepting who he is. We never seen him play any type of way besides a careless form of basketball that only he can do at a high level. You know what I mean? He's not going to guard. He's not going to stay healthy. When you look at you compare it to D'Angelo Russell, where he had moments of getting hot, it's man, some of those shots are so bad, it's hit or miss. Damn if you do, damn if you don't. And sometimes it doesn't really carry over so much to developing into the next generation and what they already have. And I gave you a mouthful, but that's what I feel on.
Yeah, I'm a fan of LaMelo Ball. I thought the year that he made the All-Star team, he showed some of those flashes of being a franchise player. I understand a big part of that All-Star selection was he's really popular among kids and the fans voted for him. But there is that player within him. I think he's got the highest ceiling of anybody in his family. I think Lonzo's a good player, obviously, but I think LaMelo has a higher ceiling. I want to see what he can do on a team that's built to be competitive. We have not seen him yet on a team that in the preseason, you said that team is built to win. That team should make the playoffs this year. I want to see him on a team that's competitive. And I think he's got the guys around him. Maybe it's not this year, but the guys he has around him, I think that the Hornets team could be competitive. Look, I think Brandon Miller, who's been injured, is a really good number 2. He's a bucket getter. I think he can do it. Con Knipple can play. Knipple can play. He's a shooter. He can play. He is a good wing to have opposite LaMelo Ball. They've got that center. Yeah.
Kyle Brenner is unbelievable. He doesn't miss. I think Miles Bridges, when you sit there, Miles Bridges is locked in. He's accepted his role. You know what I mean? I don't think he needs to be. I think he's a great 4th or 5th option in tenacity. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now I was pretty excited about this team too. I think LaMelo just needs it's hard when you don't have veterans around to start, bro. LaMelo would have benefited from some type of arm on his shoulder, leadership. Like, you know what I mean? Veteran leadership on how to lead a team and guide a team. And I don't. That's a young group, man. That's a young group that's just still trying to shake off some of their ugly days, you know?
No, I remember early in the season, like, you know, there was all this talk about how Colin Sexton was, you know, the sage veteran. Colin Sexton's still a young guy. Like he was the veteran leader in that locker room. To me, there's no upside even considering a LaMelo deal right now because the value's so low. Like, what are you going to get for him? Like, you're going to flip him to like Memphis in a Ja Morant slot for you know, problem player for problem player. Like, I mean, there are teams out there that would certainly take him. Point guard's a key position in the league, but you're not going to get more than a matching contract and maybe a first round draft pick. I would stay the course with this team in Charlotte. I would try desperately to get my 3 top young guys, LaMelo, Miller, Knipple on the floor, Bridges on the floor, and just try to get some momentum, try to build with this group. I do think there's the potential there to have a sustainable winner. I do think LaMelo Ball can be a number 1 option on a playoff team. I think he can be that guy. I think he can be a franchise point guard. We haven't seen it yet. We've only seen it in flashes, but I do think he can be that guy. Trading him now, the value's just not high enough, man. It's just, you're not going to get dollar for dollar for him.
No, you're absolutely right. And I just maturity. If his maturity kicks up, his talent's there. That's it. Being a younger brother, bro, I'm just maturing at 37. Like, you know what I mean? So, like, you got Andy, like, shout out to Andy, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like the kid that got a Ferrari at 16, a Lamborghini at 16, and got, you know, 200 million after playing 48 games total. Like, I think he has so much to learn where, like, he's ahead of the snake. So be patient, of course. Like, you don't expect it this year, but it's just like he has a lot to learn. And I just think he would benefit from just need a veteran. I don't know where Kemba Walker is, somebody, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, to lead to the level that we think they can be at is going to take a strong mental mind, you know? You
do need 2 or 3 veteran guys in that locker room.
Yeah. You know? And that's why I always
just
like
playing supporting roles.
Yeah, I always play devil's advocate for LaMelo because it's like who's helping him? Like, half his teammates got arrested his first 2 years. Like, you know what I mean? No, it's funny, but it's not. It's like what are we talking about? People are like, what's to LaMelo? It's like, no, what's to the front office? Like, like y'all put him in, you know what I mean, in down Schitt's Creek. And then even then gave him 200 million. It's like, yo, just chill out. It's like, no, we all have to step up and help him understand what it takes and what we expect. I think he still thinks he's a cute little kid. You know what I mean? And by year 3 or 4, other people got stuff jumping. Like, you know, and he has enough talent and skill set to at least keep things afloat. Like, they look like they might win 24 games again, 25 games. You know what I mean? Around there this year. And I'm just saying, with skill set like LaMelo, Colin Knipple, actually Charles Lee, who knows how to coach, Kyle Brenner, like, you should be in a position of being able to steal some games, like, and making a wave. That's what I want to see.
Yeah, I do think there's direction within the Hornets for the first time in LaMelo's career. I mean, Jeff Peterson was a guy people were excited about coming over from Brooklyn. Charles Lee, you mentioned, you know, as Milwaukee, Boston, been on successful coaching staffs, rising star in the ranks. I think there's the potential for it to come together. So I would, that's a long way of saying I wouldn't consider trading LaMelo right now. I would ride this out and hope it eventually pays dividends.